Good morning, 7th graders. Let's take out our Pythagorean theorem packet. Yesterday we did complete the front page, numbers 1 through 10. Today, please open up the packet. I believe it's either the second or third page in. We're looking for the real world problems. Here's what number 1 looks like. What I'm going to do is show you numbers 1 and 2, and for homework tonight, you'll complete numbers 3 through 10 if you don't finish them in class today. So here's number 1. It may seem a little small to read from your desk to the board, but you do have the packet right in front of you. So here we are. We have this scenario to get from point A over here to point B. You must avoid walking through the pond. So avoid means you shouldn't do it. You find another way. So to avoid the pond, you must walk 34 meters south. So from this point A, south would be in this direction. So we walk 34 meters south, and then we turn and walk 34 meters east to the nearest meter. That means to the nearest whole number. How many meters would be saved if it were possible to walk through the pond? So what the question is saying is, let's assume we were able to go on this bright red line. What is the difference between being able to walk on this red line versus going south and then east? So let's find the distance between A and B. And hopefully by now we know that we need to apply the Pythagorean theorem. So let's start by writing A squared plus B squared equals the square of C, or C squared. A squared is 34 squared. B is 41 squared. And we're looking for C squared. And remember, C squared right now is representing this really bright red line going straight or diagonally from A to B. We're looking for a distance. So 34 squared is 1,156 meters, plus we're going to do 41 squared, and why don't you use your calculator along with me and do this together, is 1,681 meters, and that's equal to C squared. Now we take these two numbers and we add them together. 1156 plus 1681 equals 2,837, and that's equal to C squared. And I hope all of you know what I'm going to ask next. What is the opposite of squaring? And I sure hope we are all shouting square rooting. So take the square root of 2837, and we get an answer of 53.3. Actually, I think I'm wrong. We're rounding to the nearest meter, so it's 53 meters. Again, we're looking for the nearest whole, equals C. Well, from point A to point B, it's 53 meters. But the question is now not asking us what's the hypotenuse. It's asking us how many meters did I save? Well, what we do from here is take 34, and we're going to add 41. Why are we adding? Well, think about it. If I'm walking down from A to this right angle, that's 34 meters. How far did I go? 34 meters. Then from this point here, straight across to B, how many more meters did I walk? 41. So altogether, how many meters did I walk? 75 meters. But we're still not done. Why? The question's asking us how many meters would be saved. So from here, I take my two solutions. I take this solution and subtract them. I take 75. That's the distance if I went the long way, so to speak, minus the distance directly across the hypotenuse, A to B, which is 53, and I get an answer of 22. So how many meters would be saved? 22 meters if I was able to go directly through the pond without having to go around the pond. So let's try the next example. If you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, we will go to the next problem. A baseball diamond is a square. All right, so those of you that play ball, here's a baseball diamond. And the sides are 90 feet. So each side is 90. Okay, and we can put these little tick marks, which indicate that these side lengths are all congruent or equal. What is the shortest distance to the nearest tenth? So that means we're going to round to the tenth place between first base and third base. So let's assume this was home plate. Here's second base. Here's third base. So what's the shortest distance from first to third? Well, home plate is also known as first. Anyone impressed that I know that? So the shortest distance from first to third. What have I just created? Yes, a right triangle. The legs are both how many feet? 90 and 90. So using a squared plus b squared equals c squared, 90 squared plus 90 squared equals, this diagonal line from first to third is called the what? The longest line, so it's the hypotenuse, c squared. Calculators, 90 squared is 8,100. So that means 90 squared, again, will be 8,100. And that's equal to c squared. And we're going to take 8,100 and add it to itself. And we get 16,200 is equal to c squared. And how do I isolate c? What's the opposite of squaring? I sure hope we're saying square root. So take your calculators, do the square root of 16,200 to the nearest tenth of a foot, and I get an answer of 127.3, what's my unit here, feet. So real life problem, if you're a ball player, from home plate or first base to third base is 127.3 feet away. So what I'd like for you to do now is take these application questions and start working on them. Again, this packet will be homework for tonight, due on Monday. All right, have fun. If you need to rewatch any of this, it'll be on your website. Bye.